good morning, guys. Welcome to The Hub today. I'm Hannah Donnelly.
And I'm Kwani Lunis.
And we love hanging out with you guys during the week. And we know that you're busy, so we wanted to do you a favor and bring all of our favorite segments to you in one place with In Case You Missed It.
Yeah, this episode is dedicated to taking our favorite segments and putting them all together in one beautiful package for you. So from the outdoors to the underwater, let's dive into the first segment. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. All right, what are we gonna do?
We are going to start with these little masks. Everyone who comes to see Little Big Eye gets their own snorkel mask.
ICYMI. That was me making bubbly sounds. This is exciting already.
And this is a small version of one of our tanks.
Nice.
And inside here we have crocheted corals by a designer in Hawaii. And we have our diver Jake, who's going to come in and show us a sneak preview of some of the puppets. You'll see it.
So I should swim out of his way.
We do.
All right. With warmer weather comes, of course, more outdoor activities here in New England. Walks in the Arboretum, hikes up the White Mountains, a barbecue at Franklin Park. But what about planning the perfect picnic? Johanna Hartzheim is here, the founder of Wild Grain, right, based here in Boston, with some ideas. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Let's start with Wild Grain itself. Like I mentioned, you and your husband co-founded this right here in our backyard. What inspired it?
So we used to live in Paris. In Paris, on every corner, you have an amazing boulangerie where you can get fresh pastries and baguette. And we just sort of were nostalgic about the freshness and the deliciousness of the pastries. So I started making my own sourdough and just made larger batches, shared it with friends and family, and that's sort of how it grew to life. I wanted people to have the convenience of just pulling bread and pastries out of the freezer, baking it within 30 minutes. You can serve really nice bread and pastries.
I love that. I love the French inspiration already sells it for me. One thing about your company too, though, is that there's a local connection when it comes to your giving back in the community.
Right. So yeah, we work with a bunch of local artisans and bakers, and with every donation, with every subscription, we donate 4 meals to the Greater Boston Food Bank, which we're really happy about. Over the last 5 years, we donate 500,000 meals, which makes us really proud, or it's a big part of the business to give back to the community.
I love that. All right, so let's get into the picnic. You have a beautiful spread out here, but what would you say is the key to planning the perfect picnic?
That it's all easy to grab and handheld, I think is a big one. So you need like the fewest items possible. I brought some sourdough demi-baguettes.
Yes.
You can just break them apart, add a little cheese.
You don't need a knife, you just like rip it apart.
Exactly. You really just rip it. That's the French way of doing it.
I like it.
Or some Parmesan herb biscuits, they're beautiful. So we have a French slow-churned butter. It comes straight from France. It's delicious. It's so creamy.
Here.
You can put it on the bread, on the blueberry biscuits that are like a favorite of ours. They're packed with blueberries. Strawberry rhubarb turnovers, again, they're handheld, packed with fresh fruit. We have a lot of seasonal items. Like in spring, obviously, we like colors. We also brought some.
Those are beautiful.
The macarons are gluten-free, and these are gluten-free and vegan, actually, because we like to have something for everyone. Exactly, no matter which diet you're following, which is nice. And yeah, then just add some pops of fresh fruit, obviously some lemonade to make it nice, but like the showstopper, obviously the pastries and the bread, and then you just sort of add around it with some fruit.
You bring up a good point, being able to just throw things into the basket so you're not thinking like cooking and making things. And it'll last too.
Right. That's the convenience of Wild Grain, why it makes a lot of sense, because it took me maybe an hour to bake everything. I pulled it out of my freezer, baked it, added some fruit, stopped by the grocery store, and you're ready to go, which is nice. So you really can do it on the fly. You have spontaneous guests, you just serve off some bread and some dessert.
Wow. Well, thank you, Johanna. This is a beautiful spread. See, you made it actually easier than it could have been. So if you plan on having a picnic soon, actually, tag the Hub today, tag Wild Grain. We want to see what your spread turns out like.
Well, Kwani, it looks like you had a lot of fun this week.
That was fun. But from underwater to the ice, let's see what you did at the ISU World this week.
The 2025 ISU World Figure Skating Championships kicked off this morning here at TD Garden. And athletes are practicing right now. Behind me, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates just wrapped up their rehearsal. They are the world reigning champions. They're going to be joined by tons of other athletes. And the cool thing about this, you guys, is that this is open to the public, and fans can come and watch all day long. And with the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan just around the corner, these championships carry major weight. Final placements here will help determine how many skaters each country gets to send to the games. So yes, stakes are high, there's a lot of pressure, but even bigger performances on the horizon. Now, Boston isn't new to this kind of spotlight. The last time the city hosted Worlds was back in 2016. But here's the thing, this competition rarely makes its way to the US. In fact, out of the 118 times this event has been held, only 14 have taken place on American soil, most of them out in Colorado Springs, which, as you may know, is also known as Olympic City, USA. This year's championship stretches over 5 days. So things kicked off this morning with official practices through Sunday, March 30th. So like I said, non-competition day today, but they are open to the fans. So this is a fun way for them to come out and see all the work that these athletes have put in. But we can't talk about this event without acknowledging the somber cloud hanging over it. Following the national championships in January, a plane crash over the Potomac River in D.C. claimed the lives of 14 members of the skating community, including 6 that called the Skating Club of Boston, the local host organization of Worlds, home. Their legacy and love for the sport will be felt in the arena this week. So as the Worlds turns to Boston and Boston takes center ice here, not only will a champions be named, but it will also honor a community that's still healing, still skating, and still shining. So, of course, the 2025 ISU World Figure Skating Championships wrapped up yesterday, but how exciting to have the best athletes in the world here in Boston, and just a little taste of what we'll get at the upcoming Winter Games. Lots more to come here on The Hub today. We're talking food, fitness, and more sports. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come. Welcome back to The Hub today. Of course, you know, we love to dive into good food here on the show, and we know that you do too.
Yeah, earlier this week we had Blue Ribbon Brasserie in Kenmore Square. They stopped by. We had sake from the Kojay Club, and of course, donuts are here.
That's right. Kane's Donuts is celebrating 70 years, and their owner Maria walks us through how to make them, but she also brought some treats for our team here as well. But let's dive into these segments from the week. So Maria, Kane's Donuts, a staple here in the community. You guys are celebrating 70 years.
Isn't it incredible?
If someone walks in here, they've never had a Kane's Donut before, what should they order?
Someone walks in here and they've never had a Kane's Donut, I always tell them you have to try our honey dip.
We're going to roll up our sleeves and you're going to show me a thing or two.
You're going to get to see how we cook and glaze our iconic, delicious honey dip donut.
I love it. Let's go do it.
It's world famous, you know. And we're going to put these in the kettle to cook, and look at how they pop up.
How long have you been making donuts?
I think the first donut I ever cooked, I was like 17.
I mean, does it get better?
There is something that gets better when you eat them.
Well, okay.
When you eat them.
True. I don't think I've ever had a donut this fresh.
I don't think anything's better than this.
It's so light.
Is it?
Like, it's not, I don't have words. It's so good. Well, Maria, I think your dad nailed it. Donuts are loved. This is truly the best donut that I have ever had. Hot off the press. Where can people learn more and follow you guys?
You can follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok.
Yeah.
Come follow us and find out a little more every day about Kane's.
Yeah, guys, this is so good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Let's head right down the Fenway. We're talking and calling all Red Sox fans now, not Celtics fans.
Boston fans.
Yes, around the corner. Energy around Fenway is always cranking.
Yeah, the game is opening day is just around the corner. So Alan Tidd here with Blue Ribbon Brasserie you're going to walk us through everything that you guys got going on, because this is an exciting time for you guys.
Yeah. It's the best time of year.
You're decked out.
I got my gear. You got to break it out
Yeah.
this time of year. We've got opening day next Friday, and from a restaurant standpoint, you're waiting for this moment to come so that you've got all these people coming to Kenmore Square, and where the restaurant's located, people can come in before or after a game. You can walk to the park. You don't have to get in another Uber. Just the convenience factor is great, and a brasserie is supposed to be something for everybody.
So walk us through, because this smells so good. It's been smelling good all show.
Well, yeah, it's kind of low tea, but these are kind of more baseball appropriate food. Traditional style New England clam chowder.
Okay.
That's just kind of an iconic. Chicken wings, fried calamari. These are on almost every table.
Love calamari.
We have a buffalo cauliflower. Anything with buffalo sauce, I want to eat
it's a
it.
good bite.
That's definitely my fave.
Even if you don't have tickets to the game, to be in the environment and to feel that energy, there's nothing like it. So, Alan, thanks for being here
Cheers
today.
to you. Thank you.
I'm gonna eat some wings
Break
here.
up. Alyssa De Pasquale, the owner of Boston's first sake bar, sake club, is hosting a cherry blossom disco this Saturday.
Yeah, this is amazing.
So normally when we get sake in the United States, the sake has been pasteurized just to help it be shelf stable and help the integrity of the product when you're shipping it halfway across the world. So we work with Kane Collective, which is an incredible importer, to get these beautiful sakes shipped to us faster so that everybody in Boston can try the freshest expression of sake to bring spring to life.
Here's the deal. We have 4 subs, all Italian regular with hots, 4 different places. The true test is, can you figure out which one is New Deal?
I think that's a layup, though.
I think that's easy. Yeah. I already know one of the other places, you know.
Okay.
This is Monica's, right? Monica's.
We won't answer until the end. So what you will do is try each one, take a little bite, tell us what you think about it. Don't
We'll
be too mean to if you don't like it.
We'll start with the one that we know is not, with the jalapenos.
No jalapenos on New Deal?
No, what is this? Is this a, we got a Mexican place with jalapenos? It looks, I mean, listen, I'm going to eat it.
I don't know the Heimlich.
Anyway,
You don't have to eat the whole thing. You like that one?
What happens if I wanted to eat the whole
Okay,
thing?
you can. You can. I just don't want you. No, I just.
No, that was weird. Like,
I'm not food shaming. I'm
It's
so
all
sorry.
you foom shit. You did it. You did
you're
it.
food shaming me. No, it's not. It's not New Deal.
I'm so hungry. This is unfair, actually.
You want a bite?
Yeah, actually.
You just want to like one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The roll.
No, I like that. It was a nice little seeded bread. You know, nice.
It was nice.
All right.
Look at that tasty note there. Yeah. You don't got those.
What?
It was seeded bread.
What was it? Braided roll? Is that what it's called? What's this called?
But we're gonna dive into the New Deal one, which is the third one.
So this is new. Yeah, you can tell by the.
You know what it is? The cold. They got the good cold cuts with the nice pickles and the hots, like nice diced.
Nice dice spliced.
This is why I'm gonna weight, girls. You know.
It feels like they know, Bonnie. It feels like they know.
Maybe they do. Maybe they don't.
So you said this is Monica's?
Yeah, it's the bread. They make their own bread.
He's a pro.
In the basement, you know. Yeah. No, literally in the basement. They got they make their.
Oh,
Is it good?
I'm a mess. Have you ever gotten the meat sweats though? You ever get those?
That's a real thing.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Like Tony Soprano in his prime, you ever get those? Yo, you know what about this one though? You can taste how like fresh the cold cuts are in this. Beautiful, like imported right from Sicily. It's good. But I think number 3 was New Deal. That's the guess.
That was.
Was it? Was it right?
You guys didn't even have to try it. You,
Yeah, well, he knew it. He knew it.
And they knew.
you also got Monica.
You were very correct about Monica's.
He's a pro.
Are one of them Bob's? No, is that?
No. So here's the plot twist. The first one was.
You made one.
That actually would have been a better plot twist. First one was from Subway.
What?
This one's from Subway. The one
They said it was good too.
that was good. That's what I was
That
like.
explains the jalapenos.
Yeah,
that explains the jalapenos. Yeah. You're just pounding it now.
Out of 10, ranking to yourself.
Oh no.
Subway 7 out of 10.
Okay.
No.
6.5.
Come on. Guys, I got the ratings. I'll handle the ratings. Subway's 4 out of 10. Talia's was a 6. I like that. Maybe 6. Yeah, 6.
Okay.
The other 2, the cold cuts are just different.
Yeah.
So they're like a 8 and a 9.
Who got the 9? Who got the 9?
I don't know. The bread's
Be
good.
very careful with your answer, my friend. Be
They're both
very
9.
careful.
They're both 9. They're both 9.
Future did depend on that one.
New Deal got the 9.
Yeah.
That was really good though. Too. Monica's is really good though. 8.5. 8.5 for Monica's.
After all that food, it's good to get the body moving. So Hannah actually took us somewhere where you can learn a little bit more.
That's right. I went to Backyard Boston in Dorchester, where I got some tips from the pros. And I'm here with Laura now, owner and founder here at Backyard Boston. So tell me what functional fitness is, Laura.
Functional fitness is your training for your everyday life. So whether that is a sport you're training for, but more so groceries, like carrying them up a flight of stairs or being able to pick up your child or your grandchild off the floor, gardening, just things that you enjoy doing or have to do. Maybe it's even preparing for work, right, if you have a physically demanding job. But being able to do the natural things that we do every day without pain and without injury.
Okay, and there's like five parts of it, right? The pull, carry, you walk us through that.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you want to be able to push, you want to be able to pull, you want to be able to carry. Big emphasis on, moving laterally, squatting, train your core.
Okay.
But then there's also a component of flexibility, mobility. Yep. So strength, yes, but then being able to do things with flexibility, mobility, and balance too.
Okay. And you're going to walk us through some of the things that you coach people through. The first one being here.
Yeah, so we're going to do a carry. So you're going to step in between the KBs, pull your shoulders back, bend your knees, brace your core, grab the weights. Yep. Okay. Keep the chest nice and proud and arms away from the sides of your body. Yep. And then you're marching nice and slow and controlled, keeping your chest and your eyes up. And you're not letting yourself sway from side to side. You're really trying to maintain an upright, controlled posture. What you think about, you squat down many times during the day, right, to pick something up. So let's be strong, let's be confident, let's be good at that, right? Okay. So you're going to grab the barbell, you're going to bring it up to your chest. I like to interlace my hands there. Then you're going to slightly lean into the barbell. Feet are underneath the hips, maybe a little bit wider if that's what feels great in your body. All right, and then you're going to bring your hips down and back. Yep, ideally range of motion is somewhere around hip, knee line. Okay. You have that great range of motion, but that could be something we could be working to improve if you come into the gym, right? Like maybe that's not everyone's range, okay, but that's something we can work on and help to strengthen.
So the third and final move here is one of the pulls.
Yeah, we're going to do a version of a row. So we're going to do a single arm landmine row. So you're going to step with your feet right underneath your hips, yep, right outside the barbell. You're going to pull your shoulder back, so you're going to pack your lat, yep, brace your core, bend your knees. You're going to bring the barbell up off the floor. And then from there, you're going to think about driving your elbow back towards your hip.
And so how many times a week should people be doing?
Yeah, I mean, so it depends on like what else is going on in your life, right? Yeah. So, and this is why we kind of keep our memberships a little bit fluid. So 2 times a week is our smallest membership. So 2 times a week, 8 times a month. And then we do 3 times, and then we do unlimited. Strength training is going to be ideally 3 to 5 times a week. Okay. That's going to be ideal. But again, we make room for other things. Like if you're training for a marathon, or you're going an outdoor race, or you're cycling, or you're swimming. So we want to fit into your everyday life.
I love that. Well, thanks for all these tips.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Still ahead, we are nothing without our community, and we love highlighting all the amazing events and talented artists across New England. So next, we're going to introduce you to one young emerging artist creating buzz both on and off the Broadway stage.
As well as someone who needs no introduction, our very lovable fill-in anchor, Nellie, who helped us learn more about getting your yard ready for your pets.
Welcome back to The Hub today. We have covered a lot of ground so far in the show, but if you would believe it, we still have more. First, we're going to go up to the North Shore in Beverly, where we're going to introduce you to a budding Broadway star. Then we're going to come back here, where my 4-legged fill-in is still looking for her forever home.
Nellie is sitting in the co-anchor spot with me, so you will not want to miss what we have ahead in the show. And by the way, that was the first of many puns to come.
She's 2 years old.
Okay.
So she is an American Bulldog mix.
Aww.
Very, very cute. Very, very, very friendly, very loving.
Right.
And she's been with us since about January.
Okay.
She gets excitable. Just like anybody.
Yep.
So when she does, she gets a little jumpy mouthy. Mm-hmm. So even though she's on the smaller side, she's about 45 pounds. A home with dog-savvy kids would be best for her. No cats or small animals, that sort of thing, because she does have a little prey drive in her. But she's just, as you can see.
All right, so
ready for a nap.
She's ready for a nap and ready to go home. So please, if you want Nellie, you can. She's still available.
The future is looking bright. Yes, I'm laying odds on tomorrow. So let's start tomorrow tonight.
So Jake, one night only performance here in Beverly, where it all started. Tell us what people can expect from this performance.
The show's called Being Alive, and pretty much I just tell funny stories. I tell stories about my life. I talk about my family. I talk about growing up as a child actor and, the pressures and the fun of it, and then like the support I've had from Hamilton Wenham and obviously North Shore Music Theater. It's really a love letter to like the community of Hamilton Wenham and my family.
You're a senior in high school. You're still so young, but you have accomplished so many things. Talk about your journey kind of through theater and what's brought you to this moment.
So I did community theater starting when I was 5 at the Neverland Theater. And then I auditioned for Christmas Carol here, and that was my first professional role. I played Tiny Tim. And I did a bunch of shows here, and then I got an agent in New York, and that's how I got my audition for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. At 10, that was my first Broadway show. And then it was crazy just from that show. I did a bunch of things.
And so to kind of have this moment where you can come back and perform and share your story in your community, what has this theater meant to you, and what has the community done for you?
Yeah, it's meant a lot. I mean, I haven't performed since 2019 here, and coming back and just seeing all the familiar faces and the friends who've worked here forever, like just people being like, hey Jake, we miss you. It was really, so honestly pretty emotional. And the fact that North Shore's given me this opportunity is nuts. It's great.
And you're so close to selling this out, and it's, you know, a thrill for you, it's a thrill for the community, but it's going to make an impact in the community. So can you talk about where the money that comes out of the night is going to go?
Yeah, so all the proceeds from ticket sales and fundraising that we're doing is going to the Hamilton Wenham Theater Department. We've partnered with the Ed Fund, FODA, Community House, and Stage 284, and the Hamilton Wenham School District to kind of like elevate arts and culture in the community and kind of push the message of how important the arts are.
What has theater given you in these years, and why is it so important to invest in the arts and in theater programs?
I always ask, like, oh, why do you love theater? It's because I love it because of the connection between the actors and the audience and the friendships you build, you know, during rehearsals. That's what theater's given me, you know, just the, you know, connecting with people. So I hope that with this show we could, you know, spread the joy that I've gotten being a part of a theater community.
And with you, Jack, I'm ready for flight. Yes, I'm laying odds on tomorrow. So let's start tomorrow tonight.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. We have tons more fun coming this week, so stick around for that. But first, I want you guys to all take out your phone right now, follow The Hub today on social media, because we have some fun April Fool's content coming your way. And I'm really hoping you guys can listen and not judge. We'll be back here tomorrow. See you then.